Welcome to Rust. On this wipe, I've built a giant automated tower with a bunker and an elevator, and I have pretty much just completed the build. So I just popped on my recording, and I'm going to give it a once over of the base. Look at this. We're basically 9 stories in the air because we have bunker as basement, we'll call it. So that's 1 floor, 6 floors of elevator, 7th floor. That's the one right below this, and then this I guess would be the 8th. And that plus the basement bunker is 9, so we're essentially 9 stories high. It's huge. We have maze walls with turrets surrounding, all caged in. Uh, as you can see, there's a few of them there. SAM sites facing towards abandoned military in case we get MLRS or something. Huge defenses. Um, Neighbors already decaying over there. Maybe our E-Peen was too big over here and they got discouraged. JK, I have no idea what happened, but we got a drone ready, just one windmill and tons of turrets, 8 on the bottom, basically a turret on every floor, 2 at top, and some solar panels as auxiliary. On this server, you can buy test generators, which generate up to 300 power, so we're taking full advantage of that and power and everything. This is the 7th floor. It's currently a nothing floor, so we'll just go down. I'm going to lock up as I go, and we'll go to the 6th floor. This is the last proper floor. There's nothing here yet either. Actually, no turrets on 6 or 7. I guess that's something I need to mark. So I have a running list of things to do. That's how massive this base has become. What do you guys think of that? I don't even know. Does anyone else keep a list of their base? There it is. I'll pop it on the screen for a second. And yeah, still more to go. Still more to go. But yeah, it's so big. I'm literally using GitHub to keep track of what's going on. All right. This door was kind of an accident. We'll probably do something with it at some point, but that really shouldn't be like that. The elevators, all placed, have buttons to call it to the floor in case you are not at the floor. Also, in case you're not aware, I'm somewhat of a master electrician and automation. And I don't say that lightly. I've spent many, many wipes studying this stuff very intricately and figuring out all the bugs. That floor is really nothing, just a spawner floor. This one has a few pullers. We need to get raid kits ready here. We got a turret there. The floor above also had a turret. You couldn't see it how I flew through it, I don't think. It's right there. But 6 spawner beds for the 6 guys on this server. Max team size is 6, and we got our boys with our rolls. It's been pretty epic. I kind of biffed this. Don't worry. No, it's a lot of doors. I made a mistake. Don't worry about it. But that's the way it goes with building. Sometimes you got to do a little improvising. And I know I said lock up. I'm not closing these doors. I'll show you why in a little bit. This is our mini copter storage. So you just land your mini copter here and pull her on in. I had to do that for stability purposes right there, but whatever. Turret on this floor, not much here. We have a little bit of electrical wiring to some of the turrets. I think I'm going to end up redoing this because this is a bit of a vulnerability. If they, for example, break into this floor and break this, that stops a lot of turrets. We don't want that. This is going to have some automation in the long run. I just set it up so it's not done. But a little computer station to check things before you leave in your mini and pull whatever last things you need in theory. And that's going to be a drop box to throw things back. Yeah, going to be drop boxes there. I don't know if anyone ever wants to hire me to wire stuff. Send me an email, the business email for this channel. This floor is the 2nd floor, and it's got another 6 beds, some raid stuff. This floor is a bit improvised, another computer station that probably will get moved somewhere else. A little bit of a raid defense shooting area here too. This one's got a little more prep, of course, the turret on every floor, and these are just Python Incend turrets basically all the time. What do we got here? I feel like we have some kits. Yeah, we got not a whole lot. This center box has the sniper rifle, grenades, little bit of raid defenses. But see, if someone breaks in through one of these windows, in theory they could hide from the turret and kind of loot this, right? I don't know. Trying to think about that a little bit. That's why I put a box right in the center. All right, let's go down to the 1st floor. This is the main crafting floor. We got some teammates logged off in here, chilling. Yeah, this is the main crafting floor, and you may have seen this base before. I have built it before. I did a little tutorial on the bottom part of it before, so some of you might be aware of that. But If not, check it out. It's my industrial 3x3 bunker video. It explains this base layer a little bit. And yeah, we basically have rockets auto crafting, rockets there, explosives there. And the nice thing about this explosive blueprint stuff is it actually matches with all, oops, it actually matches with all the ammos. So we can swap these blueprints in there and craft explode, pistol, 5.5, if we need to swap it out. But we got plenty of that right now, so we're just focused on rockets. And currently our system's tapped. We need sulfur, that's why it's not crafting. But it's been plugging away. So this is our main pooler box. If you want to grab things out of the bunker, industrial bunker style, that's how you do it with that one there. You know, pretty standard stuff. A fridge that pulls from our bunker. And you might be a little confused by this pull from the bunker thing. If so, I don't, it's a lot to explain. I don't want to get into it too much. But it's, yeah, it's basically fully automated. Lockers set up with different kits. These are some grab and go kits. This one's in case someone's breaking into the front and you want full armor and a spaz. And there's some shotguns there. Bolt action for backup. Yeah, just kits. I think we keep our top tier one right here. A lot of those auto pull. Main drop box here. Anything you drop in here goes into the bunker. So that's the main theory. You drop stuff in these drop boxes, goes into the bunker. If you want to get it out, you got to pull it out via this filter. And we got some more filters, same as the other one there, but these just pre-pull some stuff that we would want, like mixing bench stuff here. Just some basic resources you commonly want here, pre-pulled. And these conveyors are going to the industrial stuff. I think that battery's not even being used anymore. All right, so this is the front door, front way out. Oh, I should show you one other thing. So I didn't close all the elevators doors on the way down. We got this big close button that literally closes all the elevator doors, plus a couple others up front. So you hit this before you log off or leave the base to make sure everything's closed up, basically. So, sweet button to have. I'm probably going to wire it to a smart switch so I can do it from my phone in case everybody logs off and forgets to hit it or something. I can at least do it from my phone, or any of us can. So that's super handy. The rest of the stuff's pretty self-explanatory. Yet another turret, one on every floor except for 6 and 7, but that'll come. Alright, this medium battery might be getting close to tap. No, I think it's on the positive again. But this one's just being charged with solar panels. Looks like another solar panel just came on. I like using these counters to see how much power is coming in. It's a nice quick visual to see how, if your system's stable or not. I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's kind of about the only use I've found for them. This is just some extra boxes. These are non-sorted, just some guns and stuff for potential defenses or quick grabs. This is a drop box. Notice we're trying to pick skins that look like they eat things. So this one looks like a devour. So anything you throw in here will end up in the bunker. So what do I mean by bunker? Well, it's a stability bunker. If you've seen that 3x3 video, you know exactly what I'm talking about already. But basically it's right below this. So that's the stability things right below that. We'll just go out the front real quick and then I'll show you the bunker. In fact, I'm going to throw my whole kit in here so I can spawn down there. And door controllers, they go to that button. A lot of lights. I think I haven't actually hooked that one up, but we've got red lights throughout the base that turn on. And here's the front. Oh, also, a super cool thing, some automated vending machines just to try to get rid of our extra garbage. Not necessarily all garbage, but these auto refill. If someone buys something, it refills. And whatever they purchase it with, it automatically pulls into our system and into the bunker. So very secure. And there's the last one, so we got 3 of those. Oh. And let me get out of here real quick. A couple boxes up there, nothing really there. Just potential quick drop or something, I don't know. I just placed them wherever. There's a few guns in there, I think, just in case. So front entry is, it's kind of a whatever. We got a horse storage over to the left. There's actually a way to get to this from the second floor. That raid defense floor has a hatch down in one of the corners to get down here. But yep, just horse storage. We got this guy chilling. Oh, with a bunch of stuff on him. Okay. He's got some pickles. He'll be okay for a while, but I don't know. Seems like most people aren't using the horse as much anymore. I'm going to throw that into this drop box here, which will end up also in the bunker. So Super cool. Yep, see, there it goes down to the bunker. Very secure. All right, a couple notes falling out here, but yeah, here you'll see I'm trying a new version of walls that is just mazes basically. So it kind of funnels any potential people that want to come in into here through an unoptimal path where they run into turrets because there's 8 turrets. Pretty as symmetrical as we could get for the landscape. So you don't want to walk in here. We have further plans to do some more traps on these walls and stuff. But that will come a little later. These SAM sites, yeah, I guess I already explained them. Ooh, a little lag there. But yeah, this goes all the way around, just kind of with some improvised maze walls. The great thing about these is you can just run out without having to worry about doors and airlocks, and it's still pretty secure. Some people say even more secure because, well, there's a theory of walls I've heard some people talking about, and I kind of find it to be true, where walls sometimes protect raiders from counters. So it's almost better to have a maze with some openings and traps and stuff than a full wall. I don't know. You can make the judgment on that. And this is our garage. This is kind of the back area of it with a lift. And here's the other area. We got a couple floor mods in here. But yeah, we got a little garage pointing towards the road. A couple vehicles to drive. A couple spawns in there. But, yep. So that's the outside. I think we've seen most of it. I think we've seen everything but the bunker. So let me just F1 kill. It looks a little funky from here. It could probably be nicened up. But it is what it is. I literally just finished 4 floors, so it's freshly done. This thatch here is just to park our minis under. If we're just landing on the ground, you put a mini under here and it won't decay so quick. So I don't really care about those thatch. They're just there for temporary purposes. But yeah, it's a 3x3 honeycomb. Let's go into the bunker, the basement, if you will. So I'm going to F1 kill there. And I'm going to spawn in the B bag and give you a quick look at what the bunker looks like right now. Probably the most exciting part. Yeah, a lot of storage. There's the stability thing to break if you want to break it. Shouldn't need to be done too often, only when you're redoing things, but we are at a point where it shouldn't ever need to be done. And here we have a couple large batteries. There's 5 furnaces scattered throughout. They're all automated. They will smelt anything that goes into the system and put it back into the system. Now I have individual sorters like a small med box, which I love having because you can put these on the auto crafter and it'll stop once this box fills. So that's one of the inputs. And basically, well, this is a lot to explain, but there's like 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 or more boxes dedicated to each resource. Like this one here is resources, so stuff like this. And there's 5 boxes dedicated to that, so we can store quite a bit. And to get into this bunker, you do have to break through, well, all the outside defenses and then finally armor. So whenever you're finally through everything else, you still got 15 more rockets to go. So it is very, very durable. And these inner doors, I put them here just because a little additional security. I don't know if they might help, but they have the auto closers in case people go down here and forget to close them, because they always do. They will just close when you hit that button too. So yeah, a little quick sneak peek at our loot. A bunch of gear, way too many wolf helms. I'm trying to sell some of these wolf helms for cheap. Tons of ammo. You'll see tons of rockets down here because those are just on the auto crafter. There's probably a total of about, I don't know, 1.5 lines, but that'll increase as people farm rockets. We got our gun boxes here that apparently has a few pieces of armor in it randomly. So I kind of just switched the system to more individual sorters like weapons. So it was all just one generic big sort for a while. That's why there's some random pieces that are misplaced. But that'll sort itself out over time the way it is. I know there's no way I'm going to explain all this and it makes sense in any quick fashion. So it's one of those things where, like, literally, if you want me to explain it, you probably have to hire me because it's such an in-depth, complicated thing. You like need a whole degree to figure it out. In my opinion, I've literally spent so much time. And one of the big troll things about it that you wouldn't know is like a lot of these tooltips are just wrong. Like this, a lot of this is just wrong, So it's a lot of trial and error. But that's basically it. Any questions, let me know. I guess it's AutoFed TC here. And so we don't, as long as we're putting stuff in the system, the TC will be upkept no matter how big our base gets. You can see it has 15 hours right now, and it'll stay that basically because it's going to keep feeding in whatever I have set here, unless we fully log off. So I could increase these numbers as kind of a bigger buffer, which I might do since the base just expanded. Oops. Just as a quick example of, I'll just make this 1200. And I like having the tools ready down here because when I spawn down here, I often need them to reconfigure things. But yeah, you don't break your way out of here to get out of here. Oh yeah, last big thing, I almost forgot to mention this. I talked about a test gen and I said I'd show it. There it is. It actually lets you place boxes on the test gen, so it's actually in there with that box. If I grab a wiring tool, you can see the drops. I don't know if you're familiar with test gen. It's not on official servers. This is a vanilla. They just let you buy them on this vanilla for like a box of sulfur, which I guess is a pretty fair deal. But it's 3 100-watt drops. So it's like having 3 large batteries always fully charged or whatever. And so we use that to, one of these drops is powering all 3 SAM sites. One of them's powering like 9 turrets, and the other one I think is powering, another 9 turrets maybe. And there we have some large batteries. These are actually being charged. One of them's being charged by that windmill. One of them's being charged by a set of solar panels. And you can see this one's the turbine, I think. Yeah, so it should stay pretty sufficient even using 84. That I think this is going to all the turrets and our set of turrets, because as you've probably seen, there's like 18 turrets or so, maybe even more. I've kind of lost track. And this one, another counter, just see how much power is coming in. Looks like this one is draining, so I probably actually need to put more solar panels on this one, which I'm going to do later. So that's the nice thing about seeing these visuals. If I can come down here, scan over this, see active usage 51, see it's kind of charging for 31, it's definitely going to be draining. So I want to get that counter higher. It depends on time of day, of course, with solar panels, but just a little quick tip. Now these furnaces are what we need farmers going to keep them active, but there's some smelting right there. And I'm going to put this back away. Actually, yeah. Oh, it already automatically pulled another one to replace it. So I can just put this anywhere. Let's put it where it kind of belongs, I guess. Oh, these ones over here are comps. Yep. I think building supplies are maybe in one of these. This one. Nope, that's all ammo. I forget. It's somewhere in here. Whatever. But one of the cool things about this is you can literally throw things anywhere, and the way it's hooked up when you use the pooler, it doesn't matter if it's technically in the right sort or not. But you do kind of need to do this generic sorting because the way it spreads out big stacks, like it will just fill all these boxes by placing partial stacks of like 2 charcoal and stuff in some of them, which uses up unnecessary slots. So that's why you got to partition it in the long run. But when you're first starting out, just get a 1 sorter for 1 wide is kind of nice for 1 big generic sort because you only need 1 conveyor. But this obviously takes more, 1 per conveyor. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. I guess this industrial crafter is making sulfur. I mean gunpowder. It's making gunpowder. Ooh, yeah, brain's getting a little frazzled talking about all this stuff, but I think I've covered everything. Yep, this is how the gunpowder keeps cooking. Now this is a little inefficient in the charcoal department, but that's why we just keep the refinery on or go to Outpost and find someone selling charcoal for cheap and just overload the system on it, because inevitably sulfur still ends up being the bottleneck. And if someone's on, they can go to the first floor and craft it through the workbench to save a little charcoal, which it's all good. So let me go to the first floor here. And yeah, I think we're good. I think I've covered everything. I'm just going to do a quick run outside and just make sure I got these outside doors closed properly, because they're not on the auto closer. Only these 2 and all the elevator ones and the bunker ones are really. These ones you do need to manually close. All right, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed the giant industrial bunker base tour. We'll see if someone tries to raid us. I'm going to try to get our teammates as ready as possible, and I think I got the base nearly as ready as possible. But I still have that giant to-do list. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.